It's been 8 months since the unprecedented leak of the Supreme Court draft opinion on Roe v. Wade. And as Chief Justice Roberts reveals in his end-of-year report, there is still no breakthrough on who was behind it. Judicial Crisis Network President and former Supreme Court Clerk Carrie Severino joins us now. Good morning, Carrie. Thanks so much for being with us. Carrie, every judge swears an oath to perform, regardless of fear or fervor. But that's under the pretense that they will have some protection. Does this leak undermine the integrity of our entire judicial system?
Absolutely, and it's interesting. While I think that the Chief Justice didn't mention the elephant in the room, which is the fact we still don't know who this leaker is, it did focus a lot on court security, and that's something that I think was the goal of the leaker, to put those justices in fear and to try to influence and intimidate them into ruling the way that the justice wants. He tells the story of the Little Rock Nine who helped desegregate the schools, and the judge that was involved in that case who faced threats himself, and how we need to have safety for our judges to ensure we have the rule of law, not the rule of the mob. So it's very sad to see that leak has led to this kind of intimidation for our justices and need for increased judicial security now.
Well, Justice Gorsuch recently said in September that we can expect to see some of the results of the investigation soon, but we haven't seen anything yet. What do you expect the outcome to be?
Yeah, I think that was really surprising. It shows that even the justices themselves aren't being kept in the loop on this and don't seem to know what's going on. He seemed to think, and I think it was Justice Kagan who also suggested around the same time, oh, we're going to get a report on this soon, I guess when this committee is done. Well, we've heard nothing. That was the first the American people had heard, that there even was a committee investigating this. So I think that's very discouraging. And, you know, the moment to find this leaker was immediately afterward. I don't think enough must have been done right then, because there's a small universe of people who had access to draft opinions like that, and many of them have left the court by this point. So it's going to be hard for the Chief Justice to track them down now.
Well, I think they said 70 people, so hopefully they could narrow it down. Thank you so much, Carrie Severino.